Welcome to Louder News. I'm your host, Julia Brochu, and we hope you had a great vacation. Tonight's reports will include a hard-hitting news story with Kathleen Gray on hazing and bullying, sports with Julia Brochu, and we'll also take a look at 2011's Top 11 Stories with Alyssa Marzilli. Later in our show, there will be a special report featuring Ursuline students and faculty sharing their New Year's resolutions. Now, let's hear from Kathleen Gray with the details on bullying in our society. Kathleen?
Thank you, Julia. This is Kathleen Gray here in the studio. Tonight we are reporting about the heartbreaking statistics of bullying and hazing in our community. We've heard tragic stories about young teens struggling with bullying, either being bullied or being the bully. Bullying can be implicated in several ways. Examples would be physical, verbal, indirect, or cyberbullying. Physical bullying can be classified as hitting, kicking, punching, or any other form of physical attack. Damage to or taking someone else's belongings may also constitute as physical bullying. Verbal bullying can be seen as name-calling, insulting, making racist, sexist, or homophobic jokes, or any other offensive remarks. Indirect bullying can be seen as exclusion from social groups, spreading stories or rumors about someone else. Cyberbullying is any type of bullying that is carried out by an electronic medium. There are 7 types of cyberbullying, including text messaging, picture or video clip bullying, phone call bullying, email bullying, chat room bullying, bullying through instant messaging, or bullying through websites such as Facebook, Twitter, or MySpace. Since the development of technology, cyberbullying has become unfortunately more popular. Through sites such as AIM, Facebook, MySpace, and Twitter, harmful words can be shared over the internet, making it very easy for someone to feel hurt or insulted. Often ones that are being bullied feel alone and not liked, whether it is in school, outside of school, within families, extracurricular activities, sports, or many other everyday activities. It is estimated that 160,000 children miss school every day due to the fear of attack or intimidation by other students. 1 in 7 students in grades K through 12 is either a bully or a victim of bullying. 56% of students have personally witnessed some form of bullying in their school. Bullying statistics say revenge can be the strongest motivation for school shootings. The causes, effects, and statistics can go on. The worst part about bullying is that it can have such an impact on young people that it may cause them to be self-harmful or harmful to others. Suicide remains among the leading causes of death in children under the age of 14. In most cases, the young people die from hanging. Recently, we have seen so many individuals coming forward telling their stories about their experience with bullying through websites such as YouTube. A viral video was the boy named Jonah, who told a touching story using index cards to describe his experience with bullying. Sadly, his video was dishonest, and in fact, he was not being bullied. Regardless, he got the message out there that bullying is alive in our society, and we all must help to stop it. No one should ever feel alone or left with only one choice. How can we help? Stand up for one another, or tell an adult who you trust about the situation, or even go to the authorities. Ask yourselves how you would feel in the same situation. Together, hopefully we can expel bullying from our society. This has been Kathleen Gray reporting to you about bullying and hazing in our society. Now let's head to Julia Brochu in the studio. Julia, now to you.
Thank you so much for helping us spread that important message, Kathleen. Now we are heading to the rink with reporter Julia Brochu, live at the Ursuline JV hockey game against St. Mary's. Hello Ursuline, I'm your anchor Julia Brochu, live at the Roche Arena to give you a first-hand look into the action at the Ursuline JV hockey game against St. Mary's. It should be a great game, and Louder News sends good luck to both teams. But since we are an Ursuline-sponsored news station, I must admit I'm a little biased, so here we go Bears. Krista Bloomquist, a spectator at the Ursuline hockey game. Krista, how do you think the game is going so far?
Great, they're working really hard and winning 2-1.
Wow, that's awesome. Have you ever been to an Ursuline game before?
Nope, never.
Since this is your first game, do you think you'll come back?
Absolutely, hockey's awesome.
Well, we hope Ursuline keeps the lead and takes the game. Back to you in the studio, Julia. What a phenomenal game. It looks like it's going to be a great season for Ursuline. Now it's time for some entertainment news with Alyssa Marzilli, who is letting us in on 2011's Top 11 Stories. Alyssa?
Well, 2011 surely has been a year to remember for many people, and the entertainment staff here at Louder News certainly has not had a shortage of stories to cover. While many of you donned your sparkly party clothes, popped poppers, and waited for the ball to drop, bringing us into a new year, we here at Louder News were hard at work, preparing to bring you this story on the top 11 stories of 2011. Ranking 11th in our story countdown was Charlie Sheen. As many of you will remember, he went through his period of winning in 2011. In January, production of 2.5 Men stopped while Sheen underwent a substance rehabilitation program in his home. This was his third attempt at rehab in 12 months. The following month, however, CBS canceled the season's 4 remaining episodes after Sheen publicly made derogatory comments about the series creator, Chuck Lorre. And Warner Brothers officially banned Sheen from entering its production lot. CBS and Warner Brothers fired Sheen from 2.5 Men on March 7, 2011. He was replaced by Ashton Kutcher. In the aftermath of his dismissal, Sheen remained vocally critical of Chuck Lorre and filed a wrongful termination lawsuit, which was settled in September. Coming in 10th was Whitey Bulger. As many already know, Bulger is a former organized crime figure from Boston. After 16 years at large and 12 years on the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list, Bulger was arrested in Santa Monica, California on June 22, 2011. He was arraigned in federal court on July 6, 2011 and pleaded not guilty to 48 charges including 19 counts of murder, extortion, money laundering, obstruction of justice, perjury, narcotics distribution, and weapons violations. In 9th was Taylor Swift. Taylor's album Speak Now was a major success story, and in 2011 she went on tour throughout the country, including right here in Massachusetts. Swift played a magical concert to a sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The first night of her concert included a phenomenal performance, which was only enhanced by the fact that it began to rain when she sang Fearless. Her true fans outlasted the downpour and stayed for the entire concert. In 8th ranked the Casey Anthony trial. The trial began on May 24, 2011 at the Orange County Courthouse. The prosecution alleged an international murder and sought the death penalty against Casey Anthony. On July 5, 2011, the jury found Casey Anthony not guilty of first-degree murder, aggravated manslaughter, and aggravated child abuse. She was found guilty on 4 misdemeanor counts of providing false information to a law enforcement officer. In 7th, ranked Occupy Wall Street. Occupy Wall Street is a protest movement which began September 17, 2011 in Zuccotti Park, located in New York City's Wall Street financial district. Initiated by the Canadian activist group Adbusters, the protests are against social and economic inequality, high unemployment, greed, as well as corruption, and the undue influence of corporations, particularly from the financial services sector, on government. The protester slogan, "We are the 99%, refers to the growing income and wealth inequality in the U.S. between the wealthiest 1% and the rest of the population. The protests in New York have sparked similar Occupy protests and movements around the world. In 6th, ranked the Michael Jackson Doctors Conspiracy and Arraignment. A 2-year legal battle over who was responsible for Michael Jackson's sudden death came to a dramatic close in November 2011 as a California jury found Dr. Conrad Murray guilty of involuntary manslaughter. In 5th, ranks Kim Kardashian's wedding and divorce. Kim Kardashian filed for divorce after 72 days of not-so-wedded bliss to Kris Humphries. The date of separation is listed as October 31, 2011. It was a simple divorce in which Kim cited irreconcilable differences. In 4th, ranks Osama bin Laden's death. Osama bin Laden was the founder of the militant Islamic organization Al-Qaeda, the organization responsible for the September 11th attacks on the United States and numerous other attacks against civilian and military targets. After being placed on the FBI's most wanted list, bin Laden remained in hiding during 3 U.S. presidential administrations. On May 2, 2011, he was shot and killed inside a private presidential compound in Afghanistan. He was shot by U.S. Navy SEALs in a covert operation ordered by United States President Barack Obama. Shortly after his death, his body was buried at sea, and Al-Qaeda acknowledged his death on May 6, 2011, and vowed to retaliate. In third ranks the royal wedding. The royal wedding occurred between Prince William and Kate Middleton on Friday, April the 29th, 2011. The wedding took place in Westminster Abbey, London. The day was made a bank holiday in the UK, and estimates of the global audience for the wedding range from 300 million to 2 billion people, while 24.5 million watched the event live in the United Kingdom. In second ranks the premiere of the Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 movie. Tons of crazed Potterheads flocked, or shall I say, flew on their broomsticks, to the movie theaters to see the long-awaited film. Sadly, the epic adventures of Harry, Ron, and Hermione came to a close in this climactic film. Many tears were shed by the dedicated fans as a part of their lives came to an end after that movie. Now for the top story of 2011. Boston fans flew out from their seats as Tim Thomas made 37 saves as Boston shut out Vancouver 4-0 to win the Stanley Cup championship. Patrice Bergeron and Brad Marchand each scored 2 of Boston's goals, making fans everywhere very proud of their team. Now, as 2012 begins and you Ursuline girls continue to write 2011 at the top of your papers for another couple of weeks, this has been Alyssa Marzilli, Louder News. Back to you, Julia.
What an eventful year filled with weddings, scandals, winning, milestones broken, and discoveries. I'm sure we will be seeing much more this coming year. Take a look as we hear from Ursuline students and faculty sharing with us some of their New Year's resolutions.
My New Year's resolution this year is to not sell myself short of anything for anyone or anything.
Be nicer to my twin brother.
New Year's resolution is to live healthier and to enjoy more things in life.
New Year's resolution is to try harder in school.
Resolution is to eat more vegetables.
New Year's resolution is to be more organized.
New Year's resolution is to go to the gym.
My New Year's resolution is to see Christ in others.
My resolution is to study harder and kind of do all my homework in one sitting without any distractions.
My New Year's resolution is to get in shape.
New Year's resolution is to reduce my sodium intake.
My New Year's resolution is to enhance my Spanish conversational skills.
Gonna party like it's the end of the world. We're gonna party like it's 2012. You know that it doesn't matter as long as we got each other. Turn it up, mash it up. It ain't the end of the world. We're gonna live like it's the end of the world. Gonna party like.
I hope they sparked some thoughts for making your own resolutions and goals. I know I have the motivation to keep my New Year's resolution of staying healthy. Our team wishes you the best for 2012, and as we quiet down here in the studio, this is your anchor, Julia Brochu, Louder News.